If you are a fan of Marvel cinemas and love Thor, then we made a list of a couple of Chris Hemsworth's best movies without being an Avenger or Thor suit. So then take a look at some of his best performing movies. Spiderhead. Two inmates form a connection while grappling with their pasts in a state-of-the-art penitentiary run by a brilliant visionary who experiments on his subjects with mind-altering drugs. A Perfect Getaway. Newlyweds Cliff and Sydney are celebrating their honeymoon by hiking through a secluded region of Hawaii. Their idyllic trek takes a dark turn when they find a group of frightened hikers who claim that another couple has been brutally murdered. Far from civilization and unsure who to trust, Sydney and Cliff soon get locked into a terrifying battle for survival. 12 Strong. The true story of the Army's Special Forces Green Berets, who within weeks responded to the 9/11 attack. Green Berets, with the help of the 160th SOAR, took over the country and allowed other special forces and the rest of the conventional military to begin the more publicly visible war. Extraction. A black market mercenary who has nothing to lose is hired to rescue the kidnapped son of an imprisoned international crime lord. But in the murky underworld of weapons dealers and drug traffickers, an already deadly mission approaches the impossible. Ghostbusters. Paranormal researcher Abby Yates and physicist Aaron Gilbert are trying to prove that ghosts exist in modern society. When strange apparitions appear in Manhattan, Gilbert and Yates turn to engineer Jillian Holtzman for help. Also joining the team is Patty Tome, a lifelong New Yorker who knows the city inside and out. Armed with proton packs and plenty of attitude, the four women prepare for an epic battle as more than 1,000 mischievous ghouls descend on Times Square. In the heart of the sea. In 1820, crewmen aboard the New England vessel Essex face a harrowing battle for survival when a whale of mammoth size and strength attacks with force, crippling their ship and leaving them adrift in the ocean. Pushed to their limits and facing storms, starvation, panic, and despair, the survivors must resort to the unthinkable to stay alive. Their incredible tale ultimately inspires author Herman Melville to write Moby Dick. Cabin in the Woods. The twist movie was reborn in the wake of The Sixth Sense. Bruce Willis being dead the whole time gave us They Called Me Mr. Glass, the first reveal of Jigsaw, and the prestige of The Prestige. For Out Money, though, the single greatest twist is the conceit that transforms Drew Goddard's Cabin in the Woods from a very good, pretty familiar horror film to a bona fide classic. Woods is a horror movie for people who love the reasons horror movies tick. It's a gateway picture for audiences that don't get it. If you were to beam it into space, there is a chance alien cultures would better understand humanity. And then head earthward to rent The Shining, Hellraiser, and so many more. Bad Times at the El Royale. Bad Times at the El Royale failed as a Cabin in the Woods follow-up. But Drew Goddard's meta-horror blockbuster is nothing less than a game-changer. Asking the same filmmaker to comment on and transform another genre, let alone noir, is an impossible task. So if you haven't seen Bad Times, some advice: forget who made it. If you don't know, never look it up. Focus, instead, on the star turn from Cynthia Erivo, who manages to give a naturalistic, tough-as-nails ingenue turn that's also worthy of a musical. Relish the intricate and occasionally shocking plotting. Most of all, enjoy Chris Hemsworth. Hemsworth's range has always been underrated, but he stretches every acting muscle as Billy Lee, the film's proverbial devil. Watching Hemsworth weaponizing his hotter-than-thou charms into a genuinely chilling cult leader is mesmerizing. He makes being charismatic and chiseled feel downright wrong. His performance is arguably the film's secret weapon. Star Trek. Plenty of actors have foreshadowed their impending stardom through small roles. Chris Hemsworth, in under 5 minutes, takes command of a Starfleet ship and hears his son born right before he passes. It's an incredible set of circumstances and Hemsworth is up to them. Rush. For a film set in the 1970s, Rush is remarkably ahead of its time. Ron Howard's whip-smart and exhilarating sports film about the rivalry which fueled Formula One racing's glory days is made from winning parts. It stars Chris Hemsworth and Daniel Bruhl as rival drivers, the latter on the verge of his own Marvel-spurred stardom. In 2013, Formula One was a forgotten brand, but is now a global phenomenon thanks to an upstart class of incredible drivers and Netflix's Drive to Survive docudrama. The script comes courtesy of Oscar nominee Peter Morgan, who previously made The Great Frost, Nixon with Howard, so everything about Rush is geared to cross the finish line in style.